Now, for a book that describes itself as a coffee table book, the stories of bravery in the face of disaster that are told therein will stay with the reader long after putting it down. Now, the same can be said for people who these stories belong to, the residents of Knysna who braced the great Knysna Fire of 2017, exactly a year ago.
Can you believe it? It's been a year since then. And joining us on Expresso this morning to share more on the importance of the book Knysna Fire Stories is its spokesperson, John Noble. John, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for bringing Knysna into the studio and remembering us on this really important day for us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Talk to us about the process of getting all of these stories, all of these photographs together, and what did it feel like for the participants to share these stories? I'm sure bringing back all of those memories must have been quite an ordeal.
The founder of Knysna Stories, Justine, was one of the evacuees. Also lost part of her structures, and it came to her that there were so many heroes and the story really needed to be told. And there were two ways you could tell the story. We could gather it, or we could collect everybody's stories. And we knew that this project was bigger than us, and so we knew we needed a sponsor, and we approached Santam to sponsor the book, and they were keen to supplement their efforts in helping us rebuild our community. And so we resourced up the project with a great storyteller, Emma, and we began the process of gathering these stories, and we knew that this was an important piece of work immediately because of the response that we got. So the response was overwhelming. We had 150 stories, over 3,000 photographs, many videos which we've put on a DVD at the back of the book, so you can really live through this experience.
Yeah. What did it mean to the residents of Knysna to have that whole experience documented in a book like this?
It's so important. Our response has been overwhelming to the book. The first edition sold out in about 40 days.
Wow.
And it's a small community, so it was really a good response. The residents are finding it it was difficult for them to read. Many of them told us they had to put the book down for a while, or wait and sit down and have a glass of wine first, and then really relive the experience. And so many of the residents have told us how important this book is for healing, but also for recording memory. We live in such an instant world that it's important to put some things down in a little bit more of a permanent manner.
Yeah. And now going forward, the proceeds from the sales of the book, how will they be used?
So we've raised quite a significant amount of proceeds, and we're forming a group called the Knysna Fire Rangers. And the idea with the Knysna Fire Rangers is that we'll have a trained, equipped and well-disciplined volunteer service unit that will be able to supplement emergency services. We remain a high-risk community. The world's getting hotter, and we have a lot of bush around us. So to assist with the urban-rural interface, we'll have a volunteer unit that will be able to perhaps assist or prevent something like this happening in the future.
Yeah. Besides the stories of bravery, which we can see so beautifully documented in this book, what would you like the people of South Africa to know, and what do the people of Knysna want the country to know?
The people of Knysna want you to know that, yes, our town did burn, and it burned quite significantly. And this was a very traumatic thing, but the most important thing message we'd like to get out there is the spirit of Knysna. So the new Knysna tourism campaign, the spirit of Knysna, is really encouraging everybody to come back to Knysna, to visit us, to experience the beautiful town, and this community that, despite this overwhelming tragedy, could pull together so quickly and heal itself and rebuild itself. And so we're still a beautiful town and a beautiful community, so please come and visit us.
Absolutely. One of the most beautiful sights that I saw driving through the garden route last or earlier on this year was just the beautiful green hills and how the small trees were starting to sprout up again, and seeing life back in Knysna, so to speak. So thank you very much for bringing us these stories. Knysna Fire Stories is currently in its second edition release, and so if you'd like to get your hands on a copy, you can contact the Eden Community Initiative on 044 382 2066. I'll say that again, 044 382 2066, or the German shop on 044 382 0892.
Can I add that you can go online and knysnafirestories.co.za, and you can order one online.
Excellent. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you, John.
Thanks for having us. Cheers.